The Novak family of Lincoln Beach, Maine has asked for a hand. I'm going to head off and see what they're up to. How are you, folks?
Hi.
Hi.
You must be Allison.
Yes.
And you're Chris.
Hi.
That makes you Penny.
Hi.
Hey, Penny, how are you?
Hi.
Boy, we are really out in the wilderness here. Now, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel isolated living here?
Well, not really. We enjoy the peace and quiet.
Well, I understand we're going to do some rooftop construction today.
That's correct. I'd like to put a cupola up on the top of my garage roof.
Is it cupola or cupola?
I don't really know.
Maybe we'll find out. Okay. Well, show me the roof. Let's see what's going on.
Sure.
Cupolas date back centuries and were first used to let light and air into cathedrals. The word cupola actually means little dome in Latin. All right, Chris, shall we find the center line of the roof here?
Okay.
You'll take that down. I'll get a reading on this end. All right, I've got 13 feet 8 inches. That's 404 inches. Okay, 202. That puts her right here. 202. Correct, Chris. Now this cupola is not only going to be in the center of the roof this way, but it's also going to be in the center of the roof this way, which means it's going to be straddling the ridge right here. We need to figure out the exact angle at the peak of the roof and then transfer that to our cupola base. To do that, we take a couple of 1x4s and clamp them together to create a temporary bevel gauge. Okay, that's snug. To lock the bevel gauge in position, we secure it with screws. Then I use a level and draw a plumb or vertical line at the intersection of the two arms on the bevel gauge. Now that's the angle that's going to be on the base of the cupola. So let's get down and take a look at it. I haven't seen it yet. So this is the base of the cupola right here.
That's right. This is the cupola base.
What is it, cupola or cupola?
Excuse me, guys. I looked it up. It's cupola.
Cupola. That's the silliest sounding word I have ever heard. Well, thank you for clearing that up for us, Manny. Since our cupola is perfectly square, any side can be the front. Once we choose the front, we'll mark the center of the side and use a square to draw a vertical line from top to bottom. And connect the line here. All right. Now we're going to align this line with the center line that we drew earlier. And Chris is going to put this leg right on the front corner because we want the front corner flush to the roof. I'm going to eyeball this now to line up these two lines. And we'll double check this with a square just to be sure. Good. Now, we'll just draw the line on the inside of the bevel gauge here and here. Okay. All right, Chris, we're all set to cut right there.
Great.
Next, Chris uses a jigsaw to cut along our guidelines, with just one chance to get it right. There we go. Looks good. We'll go up to the roof and see if our measurements made the cut. Not bad, huh? Not bad at all.
Way to go.
Even though our eye says it's right, we'll use a level to double check ourselves.
Okay, bring it back to me just a little.
We don't want any water to seep underneath the cupola, so I'll use some flashing to cover the seam between the roof and the base. Now here's what's going to happen next. These 2x4 blocks are going to get screwed to the roof right inside here. And then we're going to nail through the side of the cupola base, and that's how it will be attached to the roof itself. But I'm concerned about the screws that are going through here penetrating the roof. So, and this was actually Chris's idea, we're going to put some water and ice barrier on the bottom of these 2x4 blocks, just like this. We'll wrap it around the sides. It's sticky on one side there. Then when the screws go through, we'll have a watertight seal right here. Good. Well, this is the middle section right here. Right, Chris?
Yes, it is.
I guess I can't think of a better name for it. We check to make sure the overhang is equal on all sides. Then we nail it down, making sure the nails go all the way through to the base. Okay, Chris. Time for the crowning glory. Well, that's beautiful. That's the top of the roof.
Yes, it
all
is.
Copper, with copper over the seams here, copper rivets. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, this just sets down. Yes, it does. Beautiful. Ah. keeps getting better. Now, how do you know which way is north, though?
The front of the building faces south.
All right, so we'll adjust this. So I tighten the last screw, but it still seems like it's missing something. What have you got there? Ah, that is perfect. A sailboat for the coast of Maine. That's great. You know what? Let's go downstairs, get a cup of coffee, and wait for the wind to come up. I want to see this baby sail. You know, it's been a wonderful day, and what a terrific project. You know that? I really enjoyed this.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It looks great.
Well, you're absolutely welcome. You know, I think the wind has shifted out of the northeast. Storms are brewing. I better get out of here before I get caught in it.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys.